Testing, testing. Y'all, it is under the unfortunate circumstance that I am back here today with this story time. I don't want it to be long, even though it is a very small part of an extremely large conversation. But stuff is getting out of hand. So me and my boo, minding our business, trying to go get something to eat a couple of weeks ago, and I hope that doesn't pick up. Trying to get something to eat or whatever. We parked in the parking garage. It was dark, whatever. Maybe 9 something, 10 something at night, and coming out of the parking garage, and all you hear is, "Hey, beautiful ladies. Hey, beautiful ladies. Hey, beautiful ladies." And, what do women do when these things are happening? We go into self-preservation, fight or flight. All our spidey senses are tingling. We just trying to keep a straight face, keep on moving. Never got any foundation. You know what? We're about to do a no foundation look. Anyway, minding our business. And then all you hear is, "Okay then, what up, bitches? Is that what you want? Is that what you want to hear?" And again, still no response, because of course, that's what he was looking for, right? You're looking to antagonize so that you can get some type of interaction with a woman. And I was so annoyed because it's like, women cannot exist without being accosted. And interestingly enough, yesterday or last night, I was on Twitter, and it was talking about, I actually posted this, so because I saved the picture of the tweet. It says, "Every woman you know has taken a longer route, has double backed on herself, has pretended to dawdle by a shop window, has held her keys in her hand, has made a fake phone call, has rounded a corner and run. Every woman you know has walked home scared. Every woman you know." And this was underneath the post where this 12-year-old girl ran up to a stranger who was also a woman, and said, "Can you help me, please? This man has been calling after me and following me, and I'm scared to go home." To a stranger. This girl is 12, and this grown-ass man is accosting this little girl. And, shout out to the lady who helped her and took a longer route so that this man wasn't seeing, where this girl lived. But, she, too, was scared, because it's like, how do you look this little girl in the face and say, "Thank you for trusting me as an adult to protect you, but I'm also scared shitless because I can be harmed as well"? How do you look them in the face and say, "This will never not happen to you ever again"? And it is rooted in such nasty, misogyny. And it's not even just men, because masculine presenting or masculine identifying women also do the same thing. It is not flattering to be like, "Hey girl in the red shorts," or "Hey girl in the pink shirt. Hey girl," that shit is so unwelcoming and very frightening. At the very least, it's annoying. At its most, it is frightening, because who the fuck is just existing in this world randomly? "Hey, hey, you with the X, Y, and Z. Hey, shawty over there. Hey," whistling and shit like that. That shit is not cute. It is not cute. We don't feel safe. We don't feel sexy. None of that even, I don't even know. It is god awful. And of course, society and you raise girls to think and believe that, everything that you do needs to be for the attention of a man. And then you also have women or people who don't experience love in their life. And so the only love that they know is like abuse or disrespectful ways in getting your attention. So this continues to go on because people are responding to, hey girl with the red shorts or stuff like that. Like, people are responding to those things. People are giving life to those things. Then on top, some women are just responding straight out of fear because there are true life stories of, woman shot and killed because she didn't respond to a man. Woman murdered in front of her child because she told this man that she was already married. This lady got killed at her own engagement party because somebody was hitting on her and she's like, this is my engagement party. And he went out to his car, came back in, got a gun, shot and killed her. Like, there's no safe space for us. And the only way this is going to end is men holding other men accountable. Because at the end of the day, women cannot fix a problem that women did not create. Women didn't say, call me, hey bitch, hey slut, hey you with the fat ass. Nobody said that, right? Now, some people might counter this and be like, oh, well, some of y'all be getting dressed for us and some of y'all be doing X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, great. But I can tell you, you ain't gonna find not a single woman who does not like a normal fucking human being walking up to them and just saying, hey, what's up? I saw you walking X, Y, and Z. Can I get your name? Like, you looking fly. Like, they can take some compliments. The problem is that you're taught that women like violence or women like predatory and aggressive behaviors just to get attention. And that is untrue. Nobody wants to be like, hey, bitch, bring your fat ass over here with your thick ass. Like, what? That is fucking weird. That is so weird. It's not cute. It's not flattering. And just because you saw your dad calling his girlfriend or your mama all that stuff, like, okay, maybe she liked that. She also was in a relationship. So if that's the relationship and the precedent that they set, then unfortunately, you were given a bad example. Because in the real world, I can tell you right now, all a woman is going to be thinking about is what weapons does she have on her to stab your ass the moment you come within 3 feet or within arm's length. Like, what was it? A couple of weeks ago, I'm walking my dog, minding my business, and I hear like some voices, but I don't know, I'm not paying attention to it. It's nowhere near me. And this white car started rolling up like real slow. And the neighborhood and stuff that I grew up in, unfortunately, I'm prepared for these types of things. I'm always vigilant. And again, just like that post said, there's not a single woman on this earth that ain't ever been vigilant. And of course, some white women was underneath there like, the men in my life keep me safe. Maybe it's the decisions and okay, the men in your life keep you safe. You're safe when you're around these dudes. When you're not around these people, I guarantee you, you have a key in between your knuckles. You got mace. You got 911 on speed dial. You got somebody on speed dial. You have something, regardless of the fact that being around these other people in your life keep you safe. So women, do not sit up here and try to be fucking pick-me's and try to perpetuate the fact that you have people in your life that keep you safe. Because at the end of the day, you were raised that them niggas ain't gonna be around all the time, and you need to know how to defend yourself. And it doesn't even matter if you have to take self-defense, all this other stuff. Because of course, other women, if you take up some self-defense classes, X, Y, and Z, self-defense does not negate people catching you by surprise. Does not do anything if somebody has a weapon. And it doesn't do anything. Like, you can learn anything. You can learn how to shoot. You can learn how to do anything. When you're under pressure, your body is going to do exactly what your body is going to do. And sometimes that means fighting, sometimes that's freezing, and sometimes it's running away. None of those other things that these women be trying to say, oh, well, if you just do this, if you just do that, is going to prevent fear. And that's literally what it is. Women have to literally walk around here in fear of their lives. And just to live. And it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Don't respond to them, it'll go away. You don't respond to them. Then now all of a sudden they're getting progressively aggressive. All right, still ignore them. Next thing you know, they follow you. What do? Now you have to circle the block. You have to be on the phone with somebody or the cops or somebody because you feel unsafe. And honestly, the cops don't even give you no satisfaction because they won't do a single thing unless attempted murder has happened. You literally have to die. You have to die or almost be killed just for anybody to take women's safety seriously. And it's all literally male driven, toxic masculinity driven, misogyny driven, and nobody's holding these niggas accountable. So anyways, that's what I experienced. So I'm walking my dog, boom, chilling, everything, and the car starts driving up, and all I hear is, mind you, I've heard like this person speaking aggressively, but it was like a ways away. So I'm like, let me just take my dog out, mind my business, boom. Then I hear a girl with the walking the dog, and they start speeding up like on me. And what do? I turn my ass right back around. He can wait because what the fuck? And then as I'm walking up the stairs, all I'm thinking is, okay, let me come up the stairs, but let me go in a different direction so they don't know exactly where I'm actually going. Then I gotta go stay in that direction and make sure that nobody like hopped out the car, nobody's following me, or that I don't hear anything else. And that's insane. I'm supposed to be at home. I'm supposed to be in a community where I live to feel safe, and in an instant, I have to hide and pretend to not go into my house that's actually going to keep me safe just so that I don't jeopardize the other person that's in my house and put them in any danger. Like these are the things that women have to think about. You know, home is safety, but home is also not safe because if these people are nuts, now you compromise where you live. And if anybody else lives with you, their safety is now in question. So all you're thinking is, I might die, but let me make sure I save anybody else around me because what do? It's a lose-lose situation. And I'm honestly just really tired of living in this world that people don't hold men accountable. And people still talking about boys are going to be boys, or that's just the way it is, or whatever. When these dudes start getting dropped like flies, then maybe they'll do something. Like y'all sit up here in these locker rooms and y'all be talking about, oh, bitches like this, bitches like that, treat them like a slut, treat them like this, treat them like that. Understand that your mothers are also on the receiving end of this. Your sisters are on the receiving end of this. Your daughters are on the receiving end of this. And you niggas don't think about that shit until you actually have to fear for the life of somebody else. Now all of a sudden, you want to switch it up. You want to change it up. Oh, women this, women that. Where was that shit when you were doing it? And men can say what they want. You may think you're a nice guy. You may think you're a nice guy. But I promise you, you done did some shit that has freaked a woman out. And you are not as nice or as good of a person as you think you are. Because it be those same dudes that be like, oh, well, I don't do this and I don't do that and I don't associate myself with these type of behaviors. Them be the same ones that live their lives to check the box. And then the moment they get turned down, all of a sudden they go into a damn psycho rage because they feel like because they met the bare minimum requirements of being a basic goddamn human being, that they are owed companionship. They're owed attention from a woman. And honestly, those are the most dangerous motherfuckers. Like when they think that they're the good guy, when they think that they're the prize and that they're the catch simply because they didn't cuss you out or they walked up and introduced themselves to you like a normal person. They think that you owe them a date, you owe them attention, and you owe them the gratification of going on a date or something with them. Those are the fucking lunatics, to be real. To be real, they're fucking insane. So, fathers, do more. Mothers, yes, your baby too. No, not my son, not my son. Yes, your son. You raise that nigga just like that. Because honestly, what they see, what they experience, and what you respond to is what they're going to think is acceptable. Fathers, what you call your woman is what they're going to think is acceptable. It's both of y'all niggas' faults. Both of y'all. Not just the mom, not just the dad. It's y'all's fault. And then women, like, make these motherfuckers call you by your name. Make them respect you. Like, don't respond to that other shit. Make them be creeps. Hold them accountable in their own creepiness, in their own creepy ass behavior. Hold them accountable to that shit. I get the weight. Trust me, I get it. I get the weight of thinking, if I just respond and just be polite, they'll go away. But we know that's not to be true. So don't allow people to invade you in such an intimate level to where you're so scared for your life. Don't allow them to invade your space like that. Start recording these motherfuckers. Start finding out their social medias and all this other stuff. Record these interactions. When you're feeling unsafe, record these interactions. Go find other people to be around. Put their asses in front of the camera, because honestly, they need to be put on blast. Because right now, nobody's blasting them. And that is a problem. Blast their asses. Social media is powerful. I just saw this girl was getting harassed by this guy. He kept making multiple Twitter pages, harassing her, literally talking about, you making your tweets private is not going to change anything. I'm going to find you. I know where you live. I know where you stay. I know where you hang out. She found where that motherfucking mama stayed and found out where his mama worked. And she took her phone and all the messages up to that job and showed his mama. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm sorry. Can you please tell my mama that I apologize? I was just playing. It was just jokes. All this other stuff. It's not just jokes. You're fucking crazy. And I'm not going to blame the mama and say, like, she maybe didn't raise him that way. But what he saw, what he experienced, and the outside influences in his life. The uncles, the cousins, the brothers, the godfathers, the fake whatever. My play cousin, my play this, my play daddy, whatever. All of those also impact those things. She is one person. It takes a motherfucking village to raise these kids. And it takes a village to fucking hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. That is all we literally ask for, so that we can fucking exist and just walk down a goddamn sidewalk, minding our business, just to get something to eat. And that, ladies and gents, is going to wrap up today's video. What do you think about this basic look? I decided to do something a little different, jazz it up with a little bit of the lime green on the waterline, but I'm messing with it. It jazzes up the look a little bit, and honestly, I think I'm about to go with the no foundation routine for a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I'm super passionate about, like, being a woman, women's rights, women's safety, women's lives, women's well-being, our mental health, everything. Like, at this point, I've been alive enough. I've seen history enough. I've read enough to know that, like, nobody's going to take care of us but us. And we have to do a better job of taking care of each other and being that village for one another, because we don't have one in anybody else, especially Black women. There's no village for us except us. And it's not exclusionary, but it's about making us feel safe, because the world does not make us feel safe. And what I like about the women that I admire in my life is that whether they're close in my life or whether they're actors or authors and stuff like that, like, they got to a point in their life where they're going to take back their freedom. And it's freedom in a way that is far more liberating than physical change. Emotional freedom, psychological freedom, financial freedom is so many different things. And that's what I live by. And that's what I want to model, and that's what I want to portray. And that was the sole purpose of this video, is like, we have to be there for each other because no one else is. And we have to hold these people accountable. We have to hold that mindset of misogyny and predatory behaviors accountable. Like, we literally need to nip that at the bud, so that everybody can just exist safely in this war between man and woman and whatever, and all this other stupid shit that be going on Twitter every day. can just end, and then everybody can actually be united. But we really need to bring our village back home. We really need to do everything that we can. And that's really all I have to say about the subject. Literally not going anywhere. I got a microphone though. I hope the sound quality is really good. I'm feeling a little fancy, you know what I'm saying? And I literally slept my whole day away. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do this reel, so maybe I'll recreate this look and y'all might see it on my Instagram. But anyways, like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Talk to me in the comments below. Talk to me on Instagram. Find me on Twitter because I love having fun on Twitter. Subscribe to me on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much hit up your girl at Kivonshe on everything on all platforms. Hope my dogs were well behaved. I have no idea what they were doing, and we'll see it when I edit this video. But anyways, bye.